You are going to meeting someone who instantly feels like a missing piece. My beloved child, tonight the air around you feels different, as if the world itself has paused for a heartbeat, waiting for you to notice the quiet shift in your destiny. You are walking through moments that look ordinary on the surface. Yet beneath them, something breathtaking is unfolding. Something that will soon change the rhythm of your story forever. There is a meeting written in the unseen corners of time. A meeting not planned, not expected, yet deeply familiar, like a forgotten melody returning to your heart after years of silence. As you move through your days, you may sense it already. The gentle pull in your spirit. The soft whisper that keeps telling you that someone is drawing closer. And when you stand in that moment, when your eyes finally meet, it will not feel like an introduction. It will feel like recognition. It will feel like a missing piece slipping quietly yet powerfully into place. In this unfolding path, every memory, every heartbreak, every silent prayer you whispered in lonely nights has been guiding you toward this instant. You may have believed that love had passed you by, or that connections always slipped through your fingers before they could become something real. Yet what you did not see was that life was patiently shaping you, strengthening you, preparing your heart so that when this person appears, you are able to feel them not just with your emotions but with your soul. They will not arrive wrapped in perfection, but in authenticity, carrying the same scars, the same silent courage, the same longing to finally exhale and belong somewhere without fear. The moment your paths cross, the world around you will feel heightened, colors warmer, sounds deeper, time stretching like a ribbon as your spirit leans in and whispers, "It's them." And as you listen to this, imagine the scene building not like a loud explosion, but like a powerful sunrise, slow, radiant, impossible to ignore. You may meet them in a place that feels ordinary. A hallway, a marketplace, a quiet street, or somewhere you've been countless times before. Yet this time it will feel different. Their presence will carry a calm strength, a warmth that settles in your chest, a sense that you have known them in stories written long before this lifetime. Every word they speak will sound strangely familiar. Every smile will unlock emotions you did not know still lived inside you. This is not coincidence. It is alignment. It is two journeys that wandered through, storms finally stepping into the same light. And in that instant your soul will not race in chaos. Instead, it will rest because it has found home in another heart. As the days unfold after that meeting, you will notice the small signs first, the ease in conversation, the comfort in silence. The way they understand the parts of you that others never took the time to see. They will bring a sense of belonging without trying, without effort, without force. It will feel as though they were always meant to stand beside you, as if life had carefully carved a space for them in your world long before they arrived. You will not feel rushed, yet everything will move with purpose. Every moment stitched with meaning. Their presence will awaken dreams you once buried, hopes you once abandoned, faith you once thought you lost. And slowly, beautifully, you will realize this person is not just entering your life. They are aligning with your purpose. And so, my beloved child, stay open to this extraordinary shift approaching your horizon. Do not doubt the quiet signals your heart is sending, for they are guiding you toward a connection that feels destined, powerful, and deeply healing. You are not stepping into a fleeting encounter. You are walking toward someone who mirrors your resilience, your light, your unspoken stories. When you meet them, you will not feel incomplete anymore. You will feel understood. You will feel seen. You will feel like the missing piece you've been carrying within your soul has finally found its place. And from that moment on, every breath, every step, every chapter ahead will carry a new kind of wonder, as if life itself has finally whispered. This is where your story becomes whole. Gentle soul standing at the edge of revelation. In this moment, the universe feels as if it is leaning closer to you, guiding you toward a truth that has been silently forming in the background of your journey. There is a magnetic pull around your path now. A sense that life is aligning scenes, places, and timing with breathtaking precision. The person who will soon stand before you, the one who feels like a missing piece, is not just entering your life by chance, but through a chain of divine coincidences that now begin to make sense. Every delayed plan, every detour, every pause that once frustrated you was secretly redirecting you toward this unfolding intersection of hearts. And as you move closer to that moment, your spirit may already sense the anticipation building, like a heart holding its breath before a beautiful confession that has waited lifetimes to be spoken aloud. In the quiet layers of your past, there were times you questioned why certain people left, why certain bonds faded, why some connections felt almost right yet fell apart just before becoming something lasting. What you did not see then was that your heart was being refined, your strength being sculpted, your emotional depth being prepared for a connection that would not tremble under pressure or dissolve under uncertainty. The one you are going to meet carries the same echoes of resilience. Someone who has walked through their own storms, searched for meaning in heartbreak, and learned to rebuild from silence. When you look into their eyes, you will not just see a stranger. You will see familiarity. Mirrored pain, mirrored hope, mirrored courage. It will feel as though both of you have been traveling along parallel roads. Separated by distance, yet guided by the same unseen compass leading you toward one another. This meeting will not be loud, but it will be unforgettable, unfolding with the intensity of a revelation and the softness of a long-awaited exhale. You may notice the way your heartbeat steadies around them. How your worries quiet themselves without effort. How conversations feel natural even in the very first exchange. Their voice will carry warmth that settles into your spirit. And their presence will awaken a sense of belonging you did not realize you were still searching for. Time will move differently around them, not rushing or slipping away, but expanding, allowing you to feel every expression, every gesture, every subtle moment that binds your stories together. It will not be dramatic chaos. Instead, it will be powerful stillness, the kind that whispers, "This connection is real. This bond is meant. This feeling is safe." As your days begin to intertwine, you will see how their energy inspires you to dream bigger, to breathe deeper, to trust yourself in ways you once hesitated to. They will understand your silences without questioning them, respect your boundaries without resistance, and honor your emotions with sincerity instead of fear. You will not feel the need to shrink yourself nor pretend nor hide the fragile parts of your heart. With them, vulnerability will not feel like risk. It will feel like truth. And within that truth, you will discover that you were never lacking, never incomplete. You were simply waiting for someone whose presence harmonized with your soul instead of overshadowing it. This is not a fleeting spark or temporary fascination. This is connection with foundation, with intention, with divine timing written between every second you share. And now, my beloved child of destiny, remain open, remain steady, remain aware of the signals gently guiding you forward. Life is bringing you into a chapter where every interaction carries meaning and every emotion unfolds with depth. The person approaching your world is not coming to fill a void. They are arriving to walk beside you, to stand with you, to grow with you in a journey where both hearts finally recognize their reflection in another. The closer this moment comes, the more you will feel it. Not in noise, but in calm assurance, in quiet excitement, in the unshakable knowing that something extraordinary is rising on your horizon. And when your paths finally cross, it will not feel like the beginning of something new. It will feel like the return of something your soul has been waiting to remember. Radiant heart standing between who you were and who you are becoming. The path ahead of you is unfolding with a mysterious beauty. As if every unseen force around you is gently guiding your steps toward a destiny you once dreamed of but never fully believed could be real. There is a quiet electricity in the atmosphere of your life. Now, a feeling that something extraordinary is moving closer, carrying with it a presence that will awaken every silent corner of your spirit. The one who is destined to meet you, the one who feels like a missing piece, is not approaching as an accident of timing, but as a culmination of everything your soul has endured, healed, and risen above. You may not see it yet, but life has been preparing both of you, shaping your hearts through moments of joy and ache, victory and solitude, so that when you finally stand in front of one another, every second will feel like a divine appointment written long before you arrived at this chapter. My beloved child, there was a time when you questioned whether real connection truly existed, whether anyone could understand the depth of your emotions, your dreams, your unspoken fears, and the layers of your tenderness. You carried strength where others only saw silence, resilience where others assumed indifference, and a heart that kept believing even when doubt tried to overshadow your hope. The person you are going to meet carries the same quiet bravery. Someone who has faced storms without recognition. Who has learned to love deeper because life once taught them what it meant to be overlooked. When your paths finally align, the recognition between you will be more than attraction. More than curiosity. It will feel like two souls finally exhaling after years of searching for one another in crowded rooms and distant memories. In their presence, you will not feel judged or measured. You will feel understood in a way that words alone cannot explain. As your story begins to weave together, you will notice how naturally your energies blend, how effortlessly conversations turn into confessions, and how silence shared between you carries more meaning than 1,000 empty sentences. There will be no need to force closeness or chase validation because the connection itself will breathe with honesty and patience. Their voice will feel like warmth on a winter evening. Their presence like light filtering gently through old shadows that once lingered in your heart. And slowly, beautifully, you will realize that this meeting is not about filling loneliness, but about awakening a deeper sense of purpose within you both. A purpose that makes life richer, moments brighter, and your future feel more alive than ever. This person will not arrive to replace your strength, but to walk beside it, to stand with you, not above you, and to embrace every version of who you have been and who you are becoming. In the unfolding days that follow, you will witness small miracles happening around you, signs in timing, conversations that arrive at perfect moments, emotions that surface unexpectedly yet feel completely right. You will feel safer in your own heart, more confident in your own voice, and more connected to the truth that you are worthy of a bond that nurtures you rather than drains you. With them, vulnerability will not feel fragile. It will feel empowering. Dreams you once placed on silent shelves will begin to stir again. Hopes you thought were lost will rise gently back to life. And you will see yourself through new eyes, stronger, brighter, more capable of love than you ever imagined. Together, you will not only create memories, you will heal spaces within each other that have waited quietly for compassion, patience, and genuine care. And so as you move forward, stay open to the quiet magic surrounding your journey. For this connection approaches with intention and grace. Do not underestimate the subtle shifts in your emotions, the intuitive pull in your spirit, the sense that something meaningful is drawing nearer with every passing day. You are stepping into a season where alignment replaces confusion, peace replaces doubt, and love is no longer a fragile hope, but a living presence ready to walk beside you. When you finally meet the one who feels like a missing piece, you will not question the moment. You will feel it in your breath, your heartbeat, your spirit. A knowing so deep and gentle that it whispers to you. This is where your story finds its echo. This is where your heart meets its reflection. This is where everything finally begins to make sense. My beloved child, the horizon of your journey is glowing with a quiet intensity, as if life itself is building a bridge between everything you have endured and everything you are finally ready to receive. You may feel it now. A subtle shift in your emotions. A calm anticipation, rising gently inside you. The sense that something meaningful is approaching not with noise but with undeniable certainty. The person you are destined to meet, the one who feels like a missing piece, is not simply walking into your world to create a moment. They are arriving to awaken a future. Their presence will enter your life like a soft yet powerful wave. Steady, reassuring, carrying the warmth of familiarity and the depth of something timeless. And when your paths cross again in thought, memory, or reality, you will understand that fate was never late. It was precise, patient, intentional, guiding both of you toward a meeting that carries purpose far beyond coincidence. There were times when you questioned whether love would ever feel safe, whether connection could exist without confusion, whether someone could hold your heart without shaking its foundation. You guarded your spirit because you learned from experience that not everyone who entered your life came with sincerity. Yet in protecting yourself, you also preserved something precious. Your depth, your honesty, your capacity to feel profoundly. The one who is coming toward you carries their own history of strength and silence. They too have walked through quiet battles, learned resilience the hard way, and held on to hope even when everything around them asked them to give up. When your eyes meet, both of you will recognize not perfection, but truth. The truth of two souls who have learned how to survive, how to grow, and how to love with intention rather than illusion. In that recognition, you will not feel overwhelmed. You will feel grounded, aligned, seen in a way that softens every guarded edge inside you. As your bond deepens, every interaction will unfold with emotional richness. Every conversation layered with meaning that stretches beyond surface words. They will notice the small things about you, the way you pause before speaking, the light in your eyes when you talk about your dreams, the strength behind your quiet moments, and they will cherish those details rather than overlook them. Their presence will not try to control your path or overshadow your individuality. Instead, it will honor your growth, encourage your courage, and respect the journey that shaped you into who you are today. Around them, your heart will not rush in fear or uncertainty. It will slow. It will steady. It will rest as if finally finding a rhythm that matches its own. And within that rhythm, you will realize that love is not meant to exhaust you. It is meant to nurture you, elevate you, remind you that you deserve connection built on patience, trust, and emotional safety. In this unfolding chapter, you will see how alignment reveals itself in timing, in synchronicities, in conversations that arrive exactly when your heart needs reassurance. You will feel guided rather than lost, supported rather than questioned, valued rather than compared. Together, you will create a space where vulnerability is not a risk but a shared language. Where honesty becomes the foundation instead of a fear. Where both of you can grow not by abandoning who you are, but by evolving side by side with tenderness and strength. The dreams you once tucked away will begin to awaken with renewed confidence. And you will discover that love does not diminish your independence. It amplifies your purpose. With this person, you will not feel like a puzzle searching for completion. You will feel like two complete souls choosing to journey together with intention, respect, and healing presence. And so, my beloved child, walk forward, with quiet courage and open awareness, for you are stepping into a moment where destiny breathes life into connection, where your spirit meets its reflection in another heart, where every unanswered question from your past begins to find meaning. The one approaching your world is not coming to replace your strength. They are arriving to stand beside it, to hold space for your softness, to honor your story with gentleness and depth. When your paths finally align in the fullness of that moment, you will not wonder whether it is real. You will feel it in the peace that washes over you, in the familiarity that settles within you, in the powerful stillness that whispers through your spirit. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is the missing piece that was never lost, only waiting for the right time to return to you. Silent traveler of destiny, standing at the doorway of a life-changing realization. The path unfolding before you now carries a depth that feels almost otherworldly, as if time itself has slowed down to let your heart finally understand why every delay, every separation, every unanswered moment had to happen exactly the way it did. You are approaching a turning point where the meeting written for you, the one that feels like a missing piece returning to its rightful place, begins to reveal its deeper purpose. This is no ordinary bond, no fleeting encounter, no temporary presence passing through your story. This connection arrives with gravity, with emotional truth, with the kind of resonance that awakens something ancient and gentle inside your soul. And as you step into this moment, you will feel not only anticipation, but an unmistakable sense of alignment, as though the universe is whispering that you are finally standing in the chapter everything before this was preparing you for. My beloved child, there will be a moment when you look at this person and suddenly realize that what you feel is not excitement driven by uncertainty, but peace born from recognition. They will not rush your heart nor demand your vulnerability. Instead, they will hold space for you, allowing your emotions to unfold naturally, beautifully, authentically in their presence. Your fears will soften, your doubts will quiet, and your spirit will rest as if it has reached a place it has been traveling toward for a very long time. You will see in their eyes not only affection, but understanding. The understanding of someone who has walked through shadows and still chosen compassion. Someone who knows what it means to lose. To heal, to rise again, with gentler hands and stronger faith in connection. And in that knowing, you will feel safe. Not because they promise certainty, but because they honor truth. As the bond deepens, life around you will begin to mirror this emotional shift. Conversations will unfold with depth. Moments will linger with meaning, and silence between you will feel comforting rather than empty. You will notice how naturally your energies align, how your thoughts meet in the middle without effort, how your emotions communicate even when words fall still. This person will not come to rescue you, nor will they expect you to rescue them. Instead, they will walk beside you as an equal. Two souls who have learned to stand on their own, now choosing to stand together with grace and intention. With them, love will not feel like losing yourself. It will feel like finally having room to breathe, room to grow, room to be fully seen without shrinking any part of who you are. In this season of your life, you will discover that destiny is not loud or dramatic. It is quiet, patient, and deeply compassionate. The signs leading you here were never coincidences. They were gentle nudges guiding you toward a connection that honors your journey rather than erasing it. You will begin to understand why certain doors closed. Why certain people existed only as chapters, why your heart had to learn strength before it learned belonging. Every unanswered moment now transforms into clarity. Every painful memory now becomes part of the bridge that carried you toward this meeting, and instead of questioning the timing, you will feel gratitude for it. Because now you are ready not only to receive love, but to recognize it. And so, luminous soul standing on the threshold of emotional awakening, walk forward with openness, with tenderness, with quiet confidence in the path unfolding before you. For the one who feels like a missing piece is not arriving to complete you. They are arriving to reflect the wholeness that already exists within you, to journey with you through growth, through healing, through moments of light and stillness. When your paths fully merge, you will not feel overwhelmed or uncertain. You will feel anchored, steady, deeply connected to a truth that transcends distance, doubt, and time. And in that profound stillness, your heart will finally whisper to you. This is where your story finds its harmony. This is where your spirit feels at home. This is the connection that was always destined to find its way back to you. My beloved child, the path before you now feels like the final stretch of a long, soulful journey. A journey made of silent prayers, unspoken hopes, quiet strength, and moments where you kept moving forward even when your heart felt heavy. You are standing in a moment of awakening where everything you once questioned begins to gently reveal its meaning. The meeting destined for you, the one that feels like a missing piece returning to your life, is not only about connection, but about revelation. It is about understanding why your heart held on when others let go. Why your spirit kept believing when doubt tried to silence you. Why your soul never stopped searching for a bond that felt genuine, grounding, and deeply aligned with your essence. And now, as destiny weaves its final threads into this unfolding chapter, you are being guided into a moment where your story meets its echo, where two lives shaped by resilience finally recognize one another in truth. There will come a time, perhaps sooner than you expect, when you will look at this person and feel something profound awakening within you. Not a rush of uncertainty, not a fleeting spark, but a deep, steady warmth that settles into your heart like a long-lost melody returning home. You will realize that every challenge you faced, every tear you shed, every season of loneliness was not a punishment. It was preparation. It taught you patience, compassion, self-respect, emotional depth, and the courage to choose connection that nourishes you instead of draining you. This person will not feel like an interruption to your life. They will feel like continuation. Their presence will not shake your foundation. It will strengthen it. And as you share conversations, smiles, quiet pauses, and subtle moments of understanding, you will sense something deeper. An unspoken knowing that says, this is not the beginning of a story. This is the moment where two stories finally meet. They will see you not for the mask the world sometimes demanded you wear, but for the truth of who you are, your tenderness, your strength, your vulnerability, your dreams, your scars, your light. They will notice the way you feel deeply, the way you care quietly, the way you love sincerely without pretending or performing. And instead of fearing your depth, they will honor it. Instead of running from your emotional truth, they will meet you there with them. You will not feel the need to hide your sensitivity or silence your heart to protect yourself. You will speak openly, breathe freely, exist gently, and feel safe enough to unfold layer by layer without hesitation. And in that safety, something extraordinary will happen. You will begin to trust love again, not because it is promised, but because it is present, steady, and genuine in every moment you share. As your paths continue to intertwine, you will notice how life around you starts to feel softer yet stronger, as if the world itself is supporting your connection. Moments will appear at just the right time. Conversations will arrive with perfect meaning. And your spirit will recognize that what you are experiencing is not coincidence but alignment. You will feel guided instead of lost. Hopeful instead of uncertain, clear's throat, grounded instead of anxious. This bond will not push you into the future with fear. It will invite you into it with grace. Together you will create a space where honesty lives without fear, where growth happens without force, where both hearts evolve without losing themselves. And in that shared evolution, you will understand that this meeting was never about filling emptiness. It was about awakening the wholeness that already existed within both of you. And so, luminous soul walking into the quiet brilliance of destiny, continue forward with an open heart and steady spirit, for you are stepping into a connection that feels deeply earned, beautifully aligned, and profoundly meant. The one who feels like a missing piece is not entering your life to complete you. They are arriving to walk beside the person you have become, to share in your growth, your light, your healing, and your unfolding purpose. When you stand in that moment, when your eyes meet, when your spirits recognize one another, when your heart settles into peaceful certainty, you will not question whether it is real. You will feel it in every breath, every silence, every gentle rise of emotion within you. The quiet yet powerful truth that this connection is not a coincidence, not a fantasy, not a fleeting chapter, but a destined return of something your soul has always known was meant to find its way back to you. Subscribe our channel for daily prayer prophetic.